When it comes to playing Mobile Legends, it's hard to predict what is going to happen in every game. There are a lot of factors to consider in the longevity of just one game. And whenever you're down by a huge gap, maybe you're out of towers or the enemy is just really strong at a certain point, one could argue that the game is pretty much done. There will always be that one person that is pretty much hopeful and, will still think that there is still a chance. Anyway, what's up, Yugi Nation? It's your boy Enzo, and here are some tips and tricks on how to make an epic comeback. So, without further ado, let's go. Before we start this episode, let me just say that this does not guarantee that you will win a losing fight, but it does help you increase your chances of winning by a slight chance if ever the enemy has choking tendencies. So anyway, moving on to the first tip is that you should slow push. Slow pushing means you leave 2 or 3 enemy minions alive and allow time for your ally minions to slowly but surely gain numbers. This is a great technique if you still have a bunch of towers left. It will pretty much bite the enemies in the butt if they get a bit too cocky. Next, this is pretty much a general tip, which is to be aware of the map and avoid your enemies, assuming that they are fully fed. What you could do is at least prioritize the enemies that are out of position and make them pay. And to add, you should focus on the spots in the map where there aren't any enemies, to at least give you a chance to dismantle towers for a backdoor. For tip number 3 is to always watch your base or be aware whenever creeps get a bit too close. Being aggressive won't give you any results whenever you are pushed against the fence. Defense is always a key in securing comebacks. This will not only buy you time, but could also help you make up in terms of farming to get those late game needed items for you to put up a fight against fully fed enemies. Up next is to never overextend alone. Don't be fooled whenever enemies seem to not prioritize you because they're probably just hiding around the corner to trap you. It is always best to be with your teammates, who should be hiding around the bushes or just when they are about to ambush you. It's always better to keep forcing enemies to commit errors like a failed ambush. And now, this might be a weird tip and some of you guys might not agree with me when I say to always protect your main damage dealer. I know, some of the main reasons why you're probably put in this position is because your carry is underperforming, but they can still deal a lot of damage. But if you disagree with this method and don't trust your carries, you will really need to make drastic changes in terms of items to catch enemies off guard. Like for example, the ever so popular Tigreal Marksman. I know that this was made to troll people, but in dire situations like this, you should always aim to surprise enemies, or at least make them uncomfortable. And for our last and final tip is that whenever the momentum is in your favor, or when the enemies aren't really paying attention, make sure you get or steal the lord from the enemy team. If executed right, this will instantly turn the tides of battle in your favor, simply because of the minion buffs and how tanky the lord is. So that's pretty much it. Please do take note that this won't entirely guarantee a win, since these methods will require a well-coordinated team, which I suggest you try to assemble if you are tired of losing, since the biggest factor in these types of game is teamwork. Anyway, got some tips that you want to share? Leave them in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and don't forget to visit yugitech.com/gaming for more news, tips, and tricks. It's your boy Enzo, and stay safe.